Hello, hello. Back at it on this beautiful, lovely day. I hope all of you are doing well. The topic of today is it's very random because it's kind of like a culmination of everything that I've been meaning to cover like this past whole month, and I have not gotten to it for valid and non-valid reasons, of course. But nevertheless, I'm here trying to play catch up because that's all we can do is play catch up. And let's see what I can cover today. So I titled it Create Your University. And the reason I titled it that is because I had this question come up. You know, I thought of it. And the question was, do you have to go to a university to realize that you are the universe? And I mean, obviously that's kind of like a rhetorical question, or at least you have an obvious answer, which is a no. You don't, because the kingdom of God is within you, and everything should be everything should be able to unfold, without you having to go through the laws of these man-made laws is what I'm saying. Everything should be able to unfold within you if you seek to know. If you wish to know something, you'll work for it from within. But I don't know, I'm just blessed right now to be alive and to be able to even try to make sense of this fucking language that we've produced. Really though, I was looking at there was a bee in my house not too long ago, and it looked like it was down and out. It looked like it couldn't fly, so I picked it up and I was gonna let it go, just throw it back outside. But I really started to analyze, and I saw how everything in that bee was just vibrating. It's like, I mean, everything is vibration. Everything is merely energy condensed to a slower vibration. So I was able to see that bee vibrating at a slower vibration, which is its solid physical form. But I was able to see right through it, like, damn, you're just vibrating right now. Your light being beamed in to this plane, coming from another dimension. Just like I'm kind of being beamed into you right now. Like, I decided to get on this platform and communicate with you what I'm communicating. But where am I coming from? I'm coming from a higher source. You know what I mean? So I'm being beamed into you. I don't know. It gets kind of tricky, but it's not that tricky. It's pretty simple. I'm being beamed in twice right now. As me in this physical realm, and then I'm being beamed into you in this, virtual realm. Virtual reality is what we call it. But I'm like, damn, I'm no different from this bee. I'm I'm a living organism experiencing life, you know, trying to make what I can out of it. But the difference between humans and animals, even though we are animals, the difference between humans and different life forms is that we have the conscious ability to create. Like, a bee can't do what I'm doing right now. It taught me something. It definitely did through its own natural genetic coding, but we're able to manipulate and create, and hopefully we're manipulating for a good cause and not for self-destruction. But I'm like, damn, I'm no different from this bee. Like, look at these plants. I'm no different from that plant. I either water myself and grow by the second, or I can just sit there and die by the second. Decay. Either way, you're decaying, but are you making the best out of it? Are you using your existence to your fullest potential? Or are you kind of just sitting there going through the motions, you know? And I don't know, it's not easy to it's not easy to take your own route because the route has already been kind of woven for you, you know? The path of 95% of humans is already laid out in front of you. So it's easy to take that mediocre path, which is through mind control. But if you have mind control over mind control, then you make your own path, you know? And I chose to break out of that right now. Like, I've been under this under this weird feeling of feeling anxious and feeling so lost and feeling like I have no guidance within myself. And it's kind of scary because I've been lost for like a month. And am I finding myself right now? Maybe I am. Maybe I did. I don't even know. But I feel like the cosmos are changing very, very rapidly, and we're making a DNA shift as I speak. And I don't know, man. I've been feeling very, very sleepy. I've been feeling just blurry, like my vision is blurry. My eyes are blurry and my mind is blurry, you know? Even though they're kind of one and the same, but just been feeling really foggy, really lost, really hesitant, stuck in the mud, if you will. And it's like, holy shit, I know I can't be the only one who feels like this, you know? And it's hard. I mean, the way what I kind of live is, you know, if you're not getting faster, you're getting slower. If you're not getting stronger, you're getting weaker. If you're not getting, you know, smarter, you're getting dumber. You know, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Because you can't have one without the other. So you got to choose one, and you can't really choose both when it comes to that sense. You know, like, you can't choose to stay in the middle when it comes to being smarter or dumber. Because if you're not, like, let's say you think you're staying neutral by not getting smarter or not getting dumber, you're at a stalemate. You're not gaining anything. It's better to gain something than to gain nothing. So if you're not gaining anything, whether it's good or bad, then you're just losing experience. So inevitably you are choosing a side. And you're not staying in the middle, even though you think you are. And I don't know, I've been really stuck. I feel like I haven't been learning as much as I should be, and I know this to be a fact because I'm obviously saying it because I believe it to be true. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Everything is feeling weird right now, like everything's lost, you know? And it's kind of up for grabs. It's not set in stone where we're going. That's the beauty of it, is that nobody's in control. So never lose hope. Never lose faith, because we create, you know? With every step we take. Now, what will you create? Even though universal truth is not measured in mass appeal, cannot be denied. Can't be denied. Damn, technology, look how far we've come. I mean, we weren't at this point, 30, 40 years ago where I'm able to just pick up this smartphone and communicate with all of you. Even though it's a small, very small group. I mean, this goes into the history. This goes into the history recordings, whether it's viewed now, December 1st, 2018, or it's viewed 5 years from now. I don't care as long as it gets to somebody, and it will get to somebody because we're all scavengers in this virtual game that we're playing, and we can't get enough of the internet. We're constantly looking for something or at something, you know like what's everybody on right now? Everybody's on Instagram, everybody's on Facebook. Some people are living, some are hiking right now, some are in the ocean surfing. Like someone's at a funeral, someone's at a hospital, somebody just died, somebody was just born, somebody just got incarcerated, someone has the death penalty right now. They're probably gonna get, well, I don't even know if that's legal anymore. Death penalties? I think they are. Anyways, you get my point. Like, this is what I chose to do right now. I chose to go live. I chose to try to communicate something that I hope is helpful or useful. But I'm like literally alone. There's no one watching. Not yet. I'm just recording myself, talking, and trying to make some sense out of this fucking existence. I guess it doesn't hurt to go with your initial intent. If I would have covered this a month ago, day by day, it would have been a lot smoother than what you're getting now. What you're getting now is just a culmination of monthly ideas that were never expressed. And here I am trying to regurgitate it all. It doesn't work that way, Just like Jim Rohn said, he said, when is the time to act on something? When it's hot, When you have that initial spark, act on it then, because if not, he calls it the law of diminishing intent. You have that intention, but then you don't act on it, and it diminishes slowly. It decays, it vanishes, and it goes into the Akashic records, so you can get it back, but it diminishes, it loses its worth, its value, because it was being beamed into you at a certain moment, and you didn't take advantage of it. A higher source, which is you, sent that to you. You sent it to yourself, and you didn't act on it. So now you have something else that takes its place. And what that is, I don't know. It all depends on the frequency that you're vibrating at, If you had a good thought and you automatically discarded it and replaced it with something stupid that you saw online, then that becomes your natural state, That becomes your state of mind at the moment, and that's what you're living. Whether it was a fucking, I don't know, somebody got kicked by a donkey, or like, that's what you're thinking about now, You replace that with something that you could have created, You were controlled by the media at that moment. And it's a never ending battle. This battle never ends, It's either you or your influences. And it'd be better if you influenced from the heart, Listen to your heart. Follow your intentions. And see where it takes you, I don't know, guys. We're just organisms on this earth, just like any other species. But we can create, you know, we can change that. We can change that genetic coding. We're not like the birds who fly south every winter, you know. We have a say in what we do and what we create. And you create what you want, man. You create whatever you want. So back to the topic, or back to the question. Just think about it, man. Think about it, because it's ironic. University. This is where we try to send the masses, while the other portion of the masses are just, you know, playing its role, working, you know, doing useless things just for money. So we all play a role. We're all in this fucking boiling pot. We're all playing a role. But if you realize that it's all a gimmick and that we put ourselves in the pot in the first place, then you start to get answers, you know? When you stop seeing yourself as a victim, you can either see yourself as a victim of the world, or you can see yourself as the world, just like Alan Watts said. You know, are you gonna go on pretending that you're just poor old little me, that you were thrown out into this universe and here you are, forced to deal with whatever comes with? Or are you just gonna own up to it and realize that you are the universe, you're everything and everyone that's playing out simultaneously right now? If we were made in the image of God, then that makes us God. How can you be a replica? How can you be a blueprint of, you know, how can you be just like the original and not be the original? If that makes any sense. We were made in God's image. So how can you not be God? Just like you go to a dealership, right? You see a bunch of BMWs. There was one BMW who started it all, right? And then they made a bunch. They made a 745 Li's, you know? They made a 325i hundreds and millions of times. See, we're all from the same blueprint, but we've all taken different courses. We've all manipulated our path, or our path was manipulated. But we all come from the same source. Everything comes from nature. Everything. Man, I wish I had somebody to talk to, but I mean, I don't need anyone. I have me and my thoughts. You know, that's all that counts. But damn, I would like to get another perspective on anything and everything that I'm saying. Like, I can't be the only one that's on the frequency that I'm at. I can't be the only one vibrating to this level, you know? Like, I don't know. What's everyone on right now, you know? Where where are people at? I mean, I guess you feel the presence. Like right now I'm at home, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm in my backyard by myself. Got my two dogs around here somewhere, but my vibrations are not mediocre. I feel like the mediocre frequencies or levels are I don't know, people drinking right now, people smoking, worrying about bullshit, seeing something on the media and showing it to their friends that isn't even relevant. It's just for it's just for entertainment. Like once you're at a certain level, you feel the presence or you don't. You know, I'm on a level right now where I feel very little to no presence. Even if there's no one in the physical with you, you should feel presence. You should feel like you're at home, you know? And it's that feeling of walking into an empty house. Like where's everyone at? You know, eventually someone will come home. Or eventually you'll run into someone on your path, but I feel no presence. And I know you guys are out there. I know we have a lot of people who are trying to like express what the fuck is going on, you know? I don't know. This shit ain't easy. This is not easy. This is why I listen to a lot of audio recordings. I try to really like listen to the greats like Alan Watts, Ram Dass, you know, Krishnamurti. A lot of great philosophers and sages. You know, Terence McKenna, Dennis McKenna, other greats like Bill Hicks and George Carlin, Eckhart Tolle, a bunch of the greats, man. I try to learn from everyone and I try to make it my own because that's what they left behind for us. They left it behind for us to build up, you know, to build upon. And I'm just trying to learn from these greats. And there's greats that are living right now. And there's people who do a hell of a job explaining the unexplainable. I praise that, you know? I respect that because the English language or the man-made languages, whether it's English, Japanese, Spanish, it's very limited. It's all human construct and it's not really universal. You know, we have that unspoken communication, which is how we started anyways. Everything was with the look of an eye and a feel through your nervous system, you know. And we slowly started progressing into what we have now. As Terence McKenna calls it, these small moving mouth noises, you know. We learn how to vibrate ourselves into a form of physical vibration, I guess. From within, we brought it to the external. And now we have these noises. And it's not like we weren't able to hear before. We were able to hear. We still had ears. We were still able to respond. But we respond a lot differently now, you know? We respond a lot differently through languages that we've all came to a consensus towards. I don't know, man. I think I've bored you guys enough. Take what you can from this. Discard what doesn't work for you. You know, I have really nothing in particular. I'm just kind of going on a random rant. Not even a rant. Just a random expression of a culmination of things that have been in me for the longest, and I'm trying to, you know, express it, let that shit out. Because if you don't exhaust every now and then, you know, you're bound to blow up. Just like a lid on a pot. The water starts to spill on the stove. You know, sometimes you got to take off that lid. Exhaust, let it all out. I guess this is the problem that we humans have. We tend to put things on hold until the pressure, enough pressure builds up for you to release it. Like, why can't we just say what we mean when we feel it, feel what we feel when we feel it, do what we want when we think it? Like, why do we have to put everything on hold? You know? It doesn't make any sense. It makes sense on very micro topics or scenarios, or you have very little exceptions on doing that. But why not just act now in the fucking moment, you know? Why do we have to postpone everything? Why do we feel like there's a right time for something and there's a wrong time? When there is no right or wrong, you know? It's all an opinion. It's all indoctrination. Like, we've been trained, we've been domesticated for a long time. So now we feel that we're obligated to conceal ourselves of our true emotions, you know? And this is not the way it should be. We should live freely, say what we want, feel what we feel, and act. Just act, you know? Ironic enough, the world is a drama. Just act when you feel it, you know? I don't know. I love all you guys. Just know that you're never alone, even when you feel you are. There's always a presence that's present. And that's the present. The present is a gift. And you're living in a gift. You are the gift. Learn how to appreciate yourself. Just learn how to listen to your heart, you know? In this black and white world, true colors will show. And there's no denying it, you know? There are three things that cannot be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So I think I'll send this out into the virtual world. See if I get any feedback. Did you guys ever see that random topic? It just reminded me of it. That cartoon Fairly Odd Parents, where they would send themselves through like the backstage of a screen. Let's say they were inserted into a computer and a message was sent. They would be sent to that person's computer, and they would travel through all this coding. They were basically codes being shipped out, you know? That's what they were. And you would be able to see all these different worlds and messages within that world of messages and coding, and they would eventually arrive, you know? That's kind of what this is. I'm gonna send myself to wherever I'm sending myself, and this message will reach somebody, and it can get deleted and discarded by some of you, or the message can arrive, you know? I am the message. I don't know. My message is me. This is what I'm sending out right now. Now take whatever you will from the message. Again, there's really no specific topic. There's no headliner on this message. It's kind of just take it as it is, you know? Take it as it is and make something of it. You are not alone, man. You are not alone. But anyways, I'll be back on soon. Hopefully I come with a guest. And I'll talk to you guys soon, man. Peace and love. Love myself.